Dear podcast.
Hello, guys. You're coming to me in a very weird moment where I'm about to finish the video that's about to go up on my main channel. I know I can't stop mentioning it for some reason. But it's like this close. The outro is done. Not done. That's the only thing that's not done. So I'm like hesitating because it's like, oh my goodness, I don't want this video. I don't want to stop editing this video because I feel it feels good when I go. Feels like I'm actually doing something with my life when I edit. But eventually it's gonna have to come out sooner or later. Not sooner or later. There's literally a set deadline. Anyways, y'all saw the title of this video. I won't guarantee that the topic stays on this topic about health, on physical health, but I don't really talk about such serious topics on this channel. I'm just here to tell you, I'm not a licensed professional. If it wasn't clear enough, I'm a minor, for starters. I'm not gonna tell y'all my age. Actually, there is someone who knows my age that I don't know personally. One person. And you could guess who he is. Oh wait, I just told you guys his gender. You could guess who he is. Probably obvious at this point because I'm stupid for saying it's a he, but whatever. So today we're gonna be talking about my experience with physical health and or mental health, because it's been like, how many years? It's been around like 3 years since I started trying to improve it. I mentioned briefly. Oh wow, the echo in my room is crazy. Y'all, wait, usually I do this in like a closet in my family's master bedroom, but today we're gonna be doing it in my, ew. Oh, I have not dusted my bed frame in so long. Wait, you can hear it creaking. But, I usually do this in a closet in my family's bedroom. Today I'm doing it in my room. I don't know why. Also, it's very warm here, so maybe that's why. And in the closet, it's very cold, I think. But I have mentioned briefly on an episode about a year ago. I think it was I'm Scared of My Phone. Such a cringe title, but I know I couldn't think of anything else. But I did mention briefly by the second half that I started working out. I never really elaborated. I don't think I really elaborated on myself being like, on how I worked, how I exercise. So we're gonna talk about that. And there have been a lot of ups and downs in this exercise journey. Yes, there were. And I've learned from it. Okay, I need to like get to the point. Okay, so I started working out for fun. It was like I just started doing it. I didn't research anything. I didn't research anything about no muscle groups, no form. What is form? It was like, what is proper form? I'm like, don't worry, I eventually learned it now. Okay, but no, I started with push-ups. Also, mind you, this was when I was like, my arms, I had sticks for arms, bro. Like I was literally just skin and bones. It's genuinely crazy to look at myself 3 years back and be like, oh wait, this is me. And also, no, as a young child, I used to be like chubby and fat. And then I don't know what happened, but I think I like grew a bit, and then I was like like literal Minecraft skeleton vibes, and now I don't know what you would call this, but at least now I look. My friends say that I have a sleeper build. I'm not entirely sure what that means. It's two meanings to me. One is that you look thin, but you're stronger than you look. way stronger than you look. Second, when you're wearing like a hoodie or something, you don't look like that you work out, but when you take off the clothes and reveal that bare chest, it's all like developed muscle. It's either one of those two or both. I'm not sure. I keep getting multiple meanings depending on the source. But yeah, that's how it started out. And then what happened? I'm not sure. I just kept doing it every day. My form, bro, my push-ups were like I didn't when you do push-ups, you're supposed to go all the way to the floor um until I think your chest touches the floor. Like you're supposed to push up when your chest touches the floor. And I pushed up when like my elbows were halfway bent. I was nowhere near touching the floor, which is really funny. And I would go back to see how that looked because that's how I did it, 60 push-ups without proper form. And I thought I was so cool and I was so proud of myself because I did 60 push-ups without proper form. Do not do any exercise with no proper form because obviously that could lead to injury. But second of all, you're not uh building the muscle group that is associated with the exercise properly. So you could ew, the echo in this room is actually gross. I'm going to keep mentioning that that echo, but it could lead to like uneven shoulder, or you know how one arm could be looked more developed and bigger than the other because you do something wrong or something. I don't know. But thankfully I stopped myself from doing improper form early on. But yeah, I think I did it like every day. And now I don't do it every day because I realized that your muscles get really sore when you do like specifically an intense exercise. And what that means is your muscles are not really injured. Basically, when you exercise, I didn't know this before. I learned like the process of exercising and building muscle like halfway, like 2 years into exercise. So the science is um basically when you exercise or work out and do any physical activity like play sports, the muscle groups that you are using have like microscopic tears in the muscle. And then over time, like it builds the muscle tries to heal, which makes it stronger. And protein, I don't know what protein does. I think it helps. Yeah, I still not 100% sure, but I think it helps the muscles grow faster or something. I don't know. I should know more about this, but okay, but nowadays I just work out like every other day because what I learned is that if you're trying to exercise or do any like strenuous physical activity while your muscles are still healing or still trying to heal, it could make it worse, I think, and lead to burnout. And also doing that much exercise in 1 week, it could be a bit boring, and it could become a bit repetitive. Oh, today I went out on a walk. Today it was genuinely such a beautiful day. For some reason, when I go out on walks, every time I step out the door and lock lock the door with my keys, the second I go outside, I feel scared. I feel like someone is immediately gonna come up to me, grab my neck, and hold me at gunpoint, being like, "Where's the money? Where's the money?" Like, damn. I don't know why. I think I'm overly cautious about that, which is a good thing, but at sometimes it can get really scary where it just totally prevents me from going outside. Especially, it was just really bad, especially when it comes to a point where I genuinely need to go outside. This whole month of July, it's like I I was so busy with like indoor extracurriculars and volunteering because in Canada you need 40 hours minimum of community service to graduate. So I was so busy with volunteering indoors that I did not receive any vitamin D. I needed that D. Oh, there's someone biking outside. Also, I think my window's open and my neighbors could hear me yap and scream. But yeah, it was really nice outside. Usually when I go outside, I run around the whole perimeter of the park. Bringing this back to exercise, I usually run around the entire perimeter of my park next to my house, which is like about a mile. It's a really big park. Please don't find me with this information that I'm telling you, but it takes around like 8 minutes for me to run around it, which is, I think it's the average. Don't quote me on this if it's wrong. But, oh yeah, I used to do track. Ow! Oh, ew, is an athlete. Mind you, the only reason why I started, the only reason why I'm continuing to work out is because I genuinely believe that I have no athleticism. I don't think my body was made to do like sports. I think I actually like lack the hand-eye coordination to like I don't know, like play basketball or soccer, especially soccer. Y'all, how do you? I don't think God made our like feet to throw balls. Like, cause how the fuck do people like kick a ball? Y'all, I'm actually like so unathletic. It's genuinely crazy. But you can still be muscular without being athletic. Oh, also, I don't really watch sports. I like playing sports. One thing, I like playing sports. Does that mean I'm good at them? No. But watching sport is another, it's just another thing. Like, I'd rather be there. Like, watching sports what is sports is? It can be fun, but like, it's like not really my thing. But yeah, I did track. I like kind of forced myself to do it. I honestly just hated every single second of it. And yeah, it is good for you, but doesn't mean you have to like it. No. You don't have to do track or any sport to be like physically active. It could literally just be walking, taking a stroll in the park, and that would count as a physical activity. But I do encourage you to work out. But there are downsides. There are very bad downsides. Potential downsides if you let exercise and being active and looks maxing and building muscle take over your life. And I wouldn't say that it took over my life, but it was very like this close to becoming an unhealthy obsession. So about half a year ago, I was really like grinding out my muscle stat. Mind you, I tried to keep. I think I mentioned this in the previous episode that mentioned working out too. But Liz, like I was, like the main character of Don Da Don, like how he like works out. Not me geeking out, but what happens is that he starts working out because he gains this power, but his fat chud ass body is like it's not strong enough to handle it. So he starts working out, but the guy Don Da Don, or what's his name, he like works out in secret so that he can impress Momo, who is the other like girl in the show, brown hair. I'm pretty sure y'all saw her at least once in your lifetime. But yeah, he starts working out in secret, and then one day Momo like goes around the back where he's working out in secret, and then like that totally foils his secret, and surprise. Basically, what I wanted to be is like I wanted to keep it a secret. Um, and then that completely just collapsed on itself because what happened is I went on this trip at my school and it was an overnight trip. So we were at this fun little camp. And one of my friends like grabbed my we were at like a cafeteria in the overnight camp. So it was so awkward. It was like one of my friends grabbed me by the arm and she was like, "Why are you muscular?" And I'm like, "No! My plan was foiled." She asked me why I was muscular and I was so like shocked in the moment. I was like, "What the fuck? How do you know that?" And it's because she like felt the freaking muscle in my arm. So completely collapsed on itself. I tried to deny whenever someone asked me if I work out. At first, it kind of worked, but as I started like developing muscle, it completely foiled because it was getting to the point where it was visible that you could my muscle was it didn't really work. That's it. That's it. Bro, my friends, well, my guy friend, I'm not gym rat, by the way. I'm like you can still I think it's called lean. Yeah, it's like skinny and muscular at the same time. He looks like slim and slender at the same time, but at the same time, but like simultaneously, you look the muscle is there. You could see the muscle. So my guy friends asked me, "Bruh, do you work out?" And I was like, "No." And then they could literally tell that I'm lying because they felt my arm and then and it's really flattering when you start working out. One advantage that people claim to say when you start working out is more confidence and you're less insecure about your body. And I would like to say my opinion on that claim because for me, it didn't work out at all. I get it. Bro, I'm still insecure about my body. um, Despite exercise, I'm still insecure and gained muscle. I'm still insecure about my body. Like it didn't really help at all. I think it helped like 0.1%, but like in the grand scheme of things, I'm still insecure. Bro, I look in the mirror and see the muscle developing and I'm like, "Oh wait, I didn't like I'm scared. I'm scared that well, obviously when you work out you build muscle, but at the same time it scares me because it's not really noticeable at first, but then it slowly becomes and you can see it. You can see your transformation when you work out, which is another cool thing of exercising, but also it really scared me at first cuz when I think of myself, I think of this puny little speck. And to see this puny little speck with like defined muscle is weird. But wait, no, I was gonna say something else. With my experience about eating, about diet. So what the thing I was gonna say is like what people don't know at first probably is that losing weight isn't really from exercise, it's from diet. Exercise is more for gaining muscle. But your diet plays a bigger part in losing weight. So, for example, if all you eat, and you don't need an example for this. But for example, if all you eat is cupcake, donut, McDonald's, and In-N-Out, and what's another unhealthy food? And Pizza Hut, no surprise, you're gonna look like you're gonna be the next queso. But if you eat like 3 meals a day, with all the food groups, and then you're gonna be like your healthiest self. I don't want to say like thin because that's like stereotypically quote unquote healthy, but thin doesn't always mean healthy. It could mean malnourished. The number one priority when you're trying to improve your health is you don't want to be malnourished. You just want to feel better, both in terms of health, and you'll feel it. If a healthy individual will have a better life and better feeling and sentiments than someone who was unhealthy. There was a period in my life where I took the nutritional aspect of being healthy to a possibly unhealthy maximum. I think it got so bad that I was like on the brink of developing an eating disorder. I like felt it. I felt it in my body. It was really bad. So when you like really research into getting out, there you may find this thing called the golden hour. And the golden hour rule is basically 30 minutes to 1 hour after exercise, you eat anything with protein or just eat in general. So I took this and filled my brain with these thoughts. And every day it was just like protein, protein, protein. I wouldn't eat anything that doesn't have protein. It got scary. When I tried to free myself this way of thinking, it was like hard to do that because like the thing is when you're hungry, but you don't know what you want to eat, but you do know that you don't want to eat anything around you. It was like that. It genuinely felt so weird because I was hungry and the food was right in front of me, but I didn't want it. I wanted like meat. I was like a carnivore, but I did like heal myself of this disgusting mindset, and now I just eat whatever's in my fridge. I just hope that it's healthy. Obviously, I won't be eating cupcakes and icing and sprinkles for my lunch, but when there's nothing in my fridge or cabinets that appeals to my fancy, or no, that's not the saying, that tickles my fancy, you'll find me like eating yogurt with chia seeds. That's also healthy. I don't know what chia seeds do, but they're healthy. And yogurt is calcium. And what really ticks me off about people who obsess over health is that when they're already back in shape, when they already reach their goal, they're still not letting themselves have a little treat. What the heck? Why are you why aren't you letting yourself eat like a freaking cookie, for example? At the same time, I kind of get why, because personally, I kind of grew out of the love for junk food. Whenever I eat McDonald's, I generally like feel it in my stomach, which is not a good thing. Whenever I eat pizza, well, not Italian pizza, like not authentic Italian pizza, but like Americanized pizza, it feels like I feel like utter shit. I feel like I rubbed baby oil all over my tongue and shoved a whole container of salt down my throat. That's what it feels like. And I unironically just slowly but surely phased to healthier food because it genuinely tastes better for me. Obviously, taste in food is subjective, but for me, I don't fuck with it anymore. But at the same time, tell me why the other day I went to my friend's house, and near their house is like an ice cream store that gives out matcha ube ice cream with charcoal sweetener. And that shit, it felt like I had an orgasm, but it didn't come out through downstairs. It came out upstairs. What am I talking about? It came out upstairs, and it felt like. The point is, y'all are missing out on this food. Look around you. You already reached your physical health goals. Have a little ice cream cone here and there. It does not hurt at all to have a little treat every few weeks. But yeah. Also, sorry if you thought this episode would be about looks maxing. I have not done my research about that and probably never will. Every time I hear about looks maxing, I think it repels me. Or not. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's like the clavicular's looks maxing course. There are looks maxing courses. Yes, courses. When you could literally just not pay for a course because looks maxing is because the way to naturally looks max is by eating healthier and exercise. That's literally it. You don't need no surgery. You don't need no bone smashing. You don't need to malnourish yourself. You don't need to eat salads 20 times a day. Hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm glad I stayed on topic this time, but what if you're going to take 1 point from this episode, it's that I highly encourage you to start exercising and working out. But in moderation. Don't let it take over your daily life. Don't let the dark side take over.